Unit 1.1, Moles and Molar Mass. The question for this problem is, using the information in the table, calculate the number of formula units in a 27.4 sample of calcium chloride. And before we go on to this problem, let me explain to you guys why chloride has 2 underneath it. So if you take a look at the periodic table, these groups, they all have a separate charge. These are called groups, and they all have their specific charge for all of them. But these are called transition metals, and they don't have charge by the groups they are in, but they have like each separate charge. So for example, this could have a charge, and this could have another charge, and this could also have another charge. But other than the transition metals, they all have same charge by which group they are in. So starting off with group 1, they have positive 1 charge, positive 2, skipping over the transition metals, positive 3, positive 4 or negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. We're going to go over why each group has a specific charge like this and why this has 0 in later videos. But for now, know that these are the charges of each group and you guys need to be familiar with it. And so if you take a look at calcium and chloride over here, calcium has +2 charge and chloride has -1 charge. And in any chemical formula, the charges have to balance out to be 0 in any chemical formula. Oh, except for the polyatomic ions. Polyatomic ions are these ions. They all have separate charge that's not 0. But we're going to go over this in later units as well. And so calcium has +2, chloride has -1. But in order for these elements to be 0, we need to have 2 of chloride to be 0. So let me show you guys. 2 plus 2 of -1 gives 0. That's why we need 2 of chloride and just 1 of calcium. And that's why we have 2 at the bottom of chloride. So in this problem, we need to calculate the number of formula units in 27.4 gram sample. So we're going to start off with the 27.4 sample. 27.4 gram of calcium chloride. And formula unit is equal to 6.022 10 to the 23. And it's called Avogadro's number. These equal each other. They're the same thing, and you have to know that Avogadro's number is this, and this number is Avogadro's number. And you guys need to memorize this number. This number is really important in AP chemistry, and you guys are going to use it all the time. And so the Avogadro's number, what it is that it's number of units in 1 mole of any substance. So number of units in 1 mole of any substance. So since this problem asks for formula units, we need to use this number. And so in order to convert it to moles into Avogadro's number, we need to convert this gram to molar mass of calcium chloride. So 1 mole of calcium chloride is equal to, we have the molar masses, we just need to add them up. So calcium is 40.08 plus, since we have 2 of chloride, we're going to multiply this number by 2. So it's gonna be 35.45 multiplied by 0, multiplied by 2. And it's gonna equal 110.98 grams of calcium chloride. Okay, let me move this problem down. Oops. And 1 mole of calcium chloride is gonna have 6.022 10 to the 23 units. Remember, Avogadro's number is number of units in 1 mole. Units in 1 mole. And that's how we get the answer. In conversion factors, you need to arrange it so that the same unit cancels. It can't be mole and mole. It needs to be in the order that can cancel out. So one has to be in the top and one has to be in the bottom. So in this problem, grams cancel out, mole cancel out, and the only unit that doesn't cancel out is the units, which we need over here. Formula units, units. They're the same thing, by the way. So all we need to do is multiply all these numbers together. 27.4 divided by 110.98 multiplied by 6.022 10 to the 23, and that's it. So we got this large number, and don't worry about it. In chemistry problems, in any calculation chemistry problems, we have to be careful of the significant digits. So in this problem, take a look at the numbers that we used. This one has 3 sig figs. All the non-zero digits are sig figs. So 1, 2, 3. 3 sig figs. That one, 5. Even though it has 0, it's between non-zero digits, so it counts. And that one as well. This counts because they are surrounded by non-zero digits, so 4. And in multiplication, we need to follow the smallest significant figures. So the answer has to be in 3 sig figs, the smallest, out of 4, 5, 3. Therefore, this number is going to be 1.49, because 6 rounds up, and multiply by 10 to the 23. And by the way, this number doesn't count. Only these number counts. And it's going to be units. Units.